All right, we do have some breaking news, an interesting development from Capitol Hill. CNN has confirmed that a House panel took a secret vote to release the ethics report on former Congressman Matt Gaetz. You'll remember that investigation looked into allegations of sexual misconduct, drug use, and possible bribes. It is now set to be made public, this investigation, soon. CNN's Elena Train and Manu Raju are joining me. As I said, this is a reversal of what we thought this was going towards. Elena, you broke it. What are your sources telling you?
That's right. So we have learned, John, that the House Ethics Committee secretly voted earlier this month to release the report into Matt Gaetz's conduct. And as you mentioned, this is a reversal from where they were. They voted last month not to release it. And the decision now to release it, this change does suggest that some Republicans ultimately voted with Democrats to make this report public. When they voted last month not to release it, I would note that it was the vote was along party lines. And so keep that in mind. Now, we are told that this report is expected to be made public once this session of Congress ends and lawmakers leave Washington to return home for the holidays. But I think the timing of this is very notable. We know that when the committee first voted last month not to release this report, Matt Gaetz was still Donald Trump's pick to be his attorney general. Since then, he has withdrawn his name from consideration. He has also made clear that he has no plans to return to Congress next year, and has also said that he is planning to join One America News Network to be an anchor for them in January. Now, just to get a little bit into this report, the Ethics Committee has been working on this report and investigating Gaetz's alleged conduct for about a year now. Here's some of what they've been investigating: whether he engaged in sexual misconduct, whether he used illicit drugs, and also whether he shared inappropriate images or videos on the House floor, misused state identification records, converted campaign funds to personal use, accepted a bribe, had improper gratuity or impermissible gifts. And that is according to an announcement from the panel while they were investigating this. So again, this is a reversal for them. We had no idea after they had initially voted whether they were ultimately going to vote on whether to release this report. We now know that they voted secretly to do so.
So Manu, it's rare, it's not unheard of, but it's rare for a report on a lawmaker by the Ethics Committee to come out after the lawmaker's no longer in the House. Even more rare to do it over the objections of the Speaker of the House. Mike Johnson didn't want this. So what happened here?
Yeah, that's right. In fact, that's what Mike Johnson cited. He said that, yes, there is precedent for releasing this ethics report, but he said it was bad precedent. That was his argument in trying to shelve this report while Matt Gaetz was considered as the Attorney General nominee. There have been a couple of instances. There was one in the House back in 1987 where that occurred. Also one in the Senate Ethics Committee back in 2011. Then Senator John Ensign had resigned. It was released after the fact. But the argument was a lot of members believe that Matt Gaetz ultimately decided to resign, and really abruptly resign, to try to bury this report altogether. And some Republicans believe that they sided with Mike Johnson's belief that they should not move ahead with this report because of that fact. Now, it's also important to note that Gaetz is someone who has maintained frosty relations with Republicans and Democrats alike on Capitol Hill. We don't know if that's a precise reason for this reversal, but that's one of the things that can't be ignored here. He, of course, led the charge to oust Kevin McCarthy as Speaker of the House last year. That angered many Republicans. He is someone who has often attacked very directly, aggressively Republicans and Democrats alike. His relationships are one reason why he didn't appear. He had the votes to get confirmed as Attorney General amid all these allegations that questions about whether they would come out drip by drip or the entire report. But now we can potentially see this whole report as soon as this week. The House is voting this today. We don't know the exact final day of the session, but the sources are telling us that they expect it to be released after the final votes of this year. That could be today, that could be tomorrow, that could also potentially be Friday or even afterwards. But no doubt about it, this is going to be an explosive report. And Gaetz is someone who's still active in Republican politics, has an eye in other offices as well, potentially down the line. So we'll see how he reacts. But he has denied these allegations for months, called this a witch hunt of sorts of an investigation. But this will get a lot of reaction when it ultimately comes out, John.
Yeah, as for the timing, look, it has the whiff. I don't want to make predictions. It has the whiff of a Christmas Eve release? I mean, we're backing up until the holidays here, so maybe that's part of it. But Elena, I know that Matt Gaetz is no longer up for any kind of job, at least right now, in the incoming Trump administration. But any sense how Trump world will react or is reacting to one of its true foot soldiers that's going to be in a bit of a situation in a few days?
Well, I think we have to wait and see exactly what this report says. But I can tell you, I mean, look, part of the reason Matt Gaetz withdrew his name for consideration as Donald Trump's attorney general is because it was made very clear, and this is to Manu's point about the frosty relationship that Gaetz has with many of these members. It was made clear very early on when he was meeting behind closed doors with Republican senators that Matt Gaetz was not going to have the votes to be confirmed. That's ultimately what led Donald Trump to calling Gaetz up the morning before he withdrew and telling him, look, the math isn't there. The writing is on the wall. It does not appear like you're going to be able to get through. So that's where things stand. Now, again, Matt Gaetz remains, though, even though he's no longer Donald Trump's pick to be his attorney general, he is still very close with Donald Trump and many in his orbit. And Donald Trump still believes that he is someone who will continue to be a strong ally for him. Unclear whether or not, what that will look like moving forward, but they will definitely have a reaction to this. I just think we have to wait and see exactly what comes out in this report.
Yeah,
John?
a little something under the stocking that I'm not sure that they wanted. Elena Treen, Manu Raju, thank you both for being with us. This, again, CNN exclusive reporting. The House Ethics Committee has voted to release the investigation, the report on former Congressman Matt Gaetz.